thoughts were just out of control. If I can't do this and I can't do that and I can't do the next thing, then really why would I be here?
I struggled with my mental health for a consistent period. Sometimes it's a culmination of the little things that might lead to someone being overwhelmed. Making a fish pie one night, when applying the mashed potato on top of the mashed potato sunk, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back.
Everybody's got a favourite mug. I was washing my favourite mug. It came out of my hands and smashed. It had a major effect on me. I can't do the dishes right, so how am I going to look after my partner? How am I going to look after our kids? How am I going to look after my job?
I was in the military in a very male-dominated world, and I was made redundant. I never spoke about that. I never told anyone how I felt.
Guys don't cry. We just deal with things because that's what guys do. Before I made the call to the Samaritans, I had made an attempt on my life, so I had attempted suicide. And I got taken to hospital, treated, was released back into the community. The hurdle that I had was actually picking up the phone.
Without that first phone call, I don't know how much longer it would have been before I admitted how I was feeling.
Yeah, I picked up the phone. He said hello and I said hi, introduced himself, reassured me that the call was confidential. You know, I got that genuine, right, this person cares about me, but not going to judge me, just listen to what I had to say. And that was a kind of big turning point. It was the start of saving my life. I got involved with a local boxing club. Then I decided on a whim that getting punched in the face for 12 rounds might be a good way to raise some money. When I got involved and realised that the listeners are all volunteers, it made it even more special.
The fish pie, that might happen again, but it won't lead to me being on a kitchen floor in floods of tears. And that's when I think you know you're well, when the little things can go wrong in life, but you can smile and deal with them. They have 5 million interactions a year, so if there's any way in which you can support that charity, then please just do.
If it saves one life, surely it's worth it. How much does a life cost?
Come on, Stephen. Dig it. Come on, you're there. Keep going. Keep going. Good lad.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. We are back for another Thursday night, and this is a very, very, very special one. We have got a very, very special guest with us this evening here as an ambassador for Samaritans. Very, very looking forward to it. If you weren't listening to Zoe Ball Breakfast Show this morning, you won't know, but he will be with us very, very shortly. The wonderful, the incredible Mr. Richie Anderson from the show will be with us later on. He has got a brilliant round, and it caught me out some of the questions, so he's got an absolutely brilliant round coming up for us later on. That'll be round one this evening, but welcome along. Thank you very much for joining us. If you haven't played before, if you've come along thinking, I want to come and listen to Richie, I want to know what this is all about. So basically, it's just a virtual pub quiz. It is pen and paper fun. That's all it is. We've got 50 questions split over 5 different rounds. There's a picture round in there for you as well. And all you need to do is grab yourself some pen and paper at the ready. And all you need to do is just write down your answers and we'll go through them a bit later on. But how are we all? To regulars and to newcomers, welcome along. So the quiz starts. There's a little countdown timer. Where is it? There it is. See, I get that wrong. I need to work out which way I'm pointing. But countdown timer's there in the bottom corner. So I will be with you. That will be when the first question is asked in around about 24 minutes time. We'll introduce Richie as well just before the quiz starts as well. And as I mentioned before, he is here as an ambassador of Samaritans, who are our featured charity this month. Absolutely, really been delighted to work with Samaritans. I'm going to pop it up on screen there. So as you can see, so that QR code that you've got at the top right hand corner, these went down really well last week. So the top right hand corner, QR code, that if you scan that with your phone, that will take you straight to our Just Giving page. The campaign's trending on Just Giving. I mean, it's just incredible. I didn't realize that until I went on, and I took that figure this afternoon. I know it's a lot higher now. We're over £10,000 for Samaritans if you include their text donations and everything. It's an incredible amount. So thank you very much, guys, for all of your continued support. It means the absolute world. So the QR code's there. Obviously, as always, the links are down in the description for Samaritans, and I know they're really grateful for your support. So thank you very much as always. So what do we do normally at this point? We say hello. So should we say hello to some people? Let's see who's playing this evening. Let's see how we all are. Remember, if you do want a shout out, if you want to say hello, if you're pleased and delighted and can't wait to see Richie coming up on screen, as always, hashtag Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz in the top left hand corner. Let us know you are playing. Let us know that you're really excited to see Richie and see what he's got up his sleeve for us. But let's say hello to a few people in the meantime while we've got some time. So, hi Jay and team. Any chance of a shout out to myself, Chris and Kim? We've been playing with you since week 1 and play the quiz as Patreons with our mugs every week as our date night. Well, thank you very much for you guys joining us as Patreons as well. I've lost where I was. We are so pleased that you've done so well, and it will be 3 years in a few hours' time that Kim finally moved into her current residence with her great kids, Jessica and Lewis. I love them all, and I'm proud each and every week to be sitting opposite her doing your quiz. Win or win. I like that, win or win. I think that might cause an argument in a bit, Chris, but never mind. So win or win. You have made lockdown bearable for us. Thank you, Chris. No, absolute pleasure. It's, as I keep saying, I just love doing this every week. It's an absolute pleasure to get involved and to be with you guys. So thank you very much for that. Hi Jay, hope you're okay. Jebrel Normski's mum Linda here. Oh, good evening. Good evening. So what would we call you? So if he's Jebrel Normski, would we call you? I'll have to have a look at that. I'll search it for it in a bit. But please can I have a shout out for myself and Normski, sister Claire. We are called the New Bees. Big thank you. Stay safe. Good evening to you, Linda. Hope you're well. And I hope you had a good birthday on Tuesday, Jebrel Normski. Hope you enjoyed yourself there. What have we got here? Happy anniversary to my parents in Glastonbury. This is from Alex. 31 years yesterday. They've watched every quiz and aren't planning on stopping anytime soon. Well, that's good news because I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. We've been planning Halloween, which is a week on Saturday. We've been planning. In fact, I'll talk about one of the things we're planning. We've got Christmas Eve sorted. Christmas Day, we now know what we're doing. We've got Boxing Day sorted, so we'll be live on Christmas Eve and Boxing Day. And would you believe we have 2 live quizzes on New Year's Eve. So more to come on those. So yeah, we're not going anywhere. I'm planning sort of the 12-month anniversary as well. So yeah, we're going nowhere. We love doing this. Hi Jay, please could you shout out to my son Nathan? We've been doing your quiz since the start, and now that he left for uni, we still do it together every week. Somehow he has managed to win every week since he's not been home. I wonder if you're sort of thinking there might be something untoward going on there, but I'm sure there's not. I'm sure he's just picking up more knowledge when he's over there at university. Whoa, there we go. Happy Thursday from Madeira. See, we're getting around the world again. So we're over in Madeira tonight, celebrating our wedding anniversary on Saturday. Shout out to Tracy, Simon and Amanda, who have played along with us since week one. That's from Deborah. Good evening to you guys from what looks like a very beautiful Madeira from that picture. Absolutely awesome. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. Let's close that one down. Where are we? Can we get a shout out tonight, please? My oldest sister Manda and her husband John are celebrating their Ruby wedding anniversary this weekend. 40 years, but no party allowed. We say you've put sad times, but you've come to join us. So hopefully, you have a very, very good weekend, Amanda and John. Enjoy your Ruby wedding anniversary. Your 40 years. Congratulations, guys. So yeah, I've got a few more of the shout outs to go through and say hello to you all. So hope you're all well. So we did sort of touch on it very briefly there. We've got things planned. One of the things that, since we broke that way back in, I'm pointing at it in the wrong place there, since we broke that world record way back at the end of April, 182,000 people. A lot of you have said, come on, what's your next one going to be? What's your next one going to be? You've got to go for another record, Jay. What are you going to do? And we've been talking to the wonderful guys at Guinness. We've been talking to, what we could do, what we could come up with, and we finally got it sorted. So do you know what? I've messed up here a little bit, Jay. You've messed up. You've forgotten the date already. Where are we? So the Tuesday, the 17th, 18th, and 19th, 3 days, one quiz. So 3 days, one quiz. We are going for a record. We are going for the longest streamed quiz. So we've just got a couple more logistics to sort out, but we're going to have all sorts of things going on over those 48, well, it'll be about 49 hours in the end. So yeah, this is absolutely brilliant. We're going for the record, and you guys are, as always, invited along to come and join us. So we'll have more details on that over the next couple of weeks. I'm really looking forward to that. Not looking forward to being awake for 49 hours, I must admit, but hey, it'll just be a normal sort of week. But yeah, really, really looking forward to that. You guys have been asking us when we're going to go for the next one. We're going for it. We are really seriously going for it. And at the same time, we've got a returning charity to help us with that. So yeah, we're looking forward to that. It's going to be a lot of fun. So keep your eyes on our social media for that. What time are we on? 18 minutes. So 18 minutes, or if you'd like to put it in other words, 18 minutes before the quiz starts, or about 16 and a half minutes before the wonderful Richie Anderson comes and joins us. So yeah, if you weren't listening to Zoe Ball's breakfast show, which I take part on in the morning, absolutely love that. I love doing that on a Thursday morning. The team is so lovely, so friendly. Hang on, there goes the train. There we go. As always, pointing out the train. But yeah, absolutely love doing the Zoe Ball breakfast show in the mornings. It is so much fun. And, I'm up at sort of 7 o'clock in the morning for it, make sure everything gets sorted and, make sure. And I'm one of these that always panics that I'm not going to wake up and I'm going to sleep through my alarm. So generally what I do is on a Wednesday, I do bits and pieces of work, stay awake, do the quiz, and then go to bed and have a bit of sleep after that. But honestly, it's worthwhile doing. It's so much fun. The team are brilliant. So when Richie said he'd love to come and join us on the quiz, I was absolutely honoured and, really, really pleased. He has been so much fun. Some of his answers are incredible. So if you've never listened to the quiz on Zoe Ball, go back and listen to some of them, because some of the answers are absolutely superb. I think the highlight was the sound of a car horn. The answer was tooting, but Richie went with Wandsworth. I think that was brilliant. My mum is now going round, instead of saying tooting, she's now going Wandsworth. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I think he's brilliant, and I can't wait for him to come on and give us some questions tonight. Love Machine, that's your Twitter handle. Can you give a shout out to Sarah and Richard Gander? They've been playing since week one. Good evening to you guys. Hope you are all well. Next one, Andrea Berry. Hi Jay, we've done your quiz pretty much every week from the start. There are 6 households that play. It's my sister's birthday today, and it would be great if you would give her a mention. It's Denise Simpson from Bradford, and she is 53 today. Sorry, if you happy birthday to you. If you're wondering what I'm sort of giggling out, so I've got Richie sort of out of the corner of my eye, and that's why I've got my headphones in, so I can hear Richie at the moment. So when I was talking about Wandsworth, I could hear him sort of giggling away a little bit there in the background. around, but he'll be with us shortly. Sarah Crook, hello, it's my mother-in-law's birthday on Thursday. We will be doing the quiz with our little girl who is 6 months old now. I wondered if you could give her a birthday message on Thursday, please. And also, oh yes, I will sort that other bit out. I've seen that. Yes, so I will sort that little bit out that was on the end of that. I've lost one because... where are we? A very, very special boy is celebrating his 11th birthday today. Yesterday, so... oh, was it yesterday? There it is. So good evening to Team Robbins. Hello to Zach, young man. Congratulations for passing your 11 plus exam. Very well done, young man. And I hope you were one of the people who won one of the Guinness World Record books as well. So and it turned up on your birthday, which was even better timing. So I hope you had an incredible day. Spoke to your mum. She said that you had the Lego Trafalgar Square, the architecture set to build. So I hope you have a lot of fun building that as well. So yeah, hope you had a really, really good time, and well done for passing your 11 plus. Well done, young man. Well done for concentrating and getting through school with that. So well done. What we got? 14 minutes. So let's say hello to a few people. If you do want us to say hello, let's say hashtag Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. And while you're over there, give us, let us know you're really excited for Richie coming on. I'd say I've seen his questions, and they are absolutely brilliant. They had me thinking, and even I sat there and thought, because the round's on girl bands, and I thought, what would I do if I was writing the questions around girl bands? What direction would I go with it? He's gone a brilliant. The questions are brilliant. They will have you thinking tonight, and yeah, so he's done really well with these questions. Very, very pleased with him. Nikki B, hi Beck. It's mine and my girlfriend's 5-year anniversary tomorrow. Would love a shout out. Nick and Harriet been playing since the start and looking to become a patron in the not too distant future. Well, good evening, Nikki and Harriet. Good evening to you guys. Sorry, Nikki. Nick and Harriet. Good evening to you guys. Hope you're both well and staying safe, and you're more than welcome to join us over on the fun that is Patreon. It is good fun. It's a great community that we've got. All the communities we've got, the Facebook community, the Facebook, all of our social media, and then obviously the incredible community with Patreon as well. It's an absolute great laugh, and we were just sorting out the Christmas party as well the other day. So yeah, all good fun. So yeah, more than welcome to join. Seen a few people in the live chat on YouTube saying can't wait to see Richie, waiting to hear from Richie. They're all primed and waiting, and he's cheering out of the corner of my eye. I can see him celebrating out of the corner of my eye. So he is getting himself primed and ready to go. So good evening. First time playing back in the UK after being in Italy the whole year. Happy to be with the Scottish family and the Castle family down in Kent. Would love a shout out. Good evening to you guys. Hope you're well. A lot of new people in tonight as well, which I can only assume they have followed over from a certain radio show in the mornings, where Richie is a great part of. My friend Dootsy and his lovely lady Astrid are ready. He has taken his nail varnish off tonight, so he doesn't have his nail varnish on, I notice. So good evening to you. I'm on the wrong screen. There we go. It's Joe and Beck's wedding anniversary today. They got a shout out for us on Radio 2 a couple of weeks ago. Oh, so they had a shout out on Radio 2, and now they're getting a shout out on the virtual pub quiz as well. So I reckon this would outdo that. Oh, sorry, Richie. They think that my shout out's a little bit better than Radio 2. Apologies. It's from everyone on the blackboard. They'll know what we mean. She only finishes work at 8. Oh, am I in time? I think I am. I am in time. Yes, I'm after 8 o'clock. She only finishes work at 8, so usually only dials on near to kick-off time. So if you could do that, that would be great. She is a regular every week. Well, good evening to you. Congratulations, Joe and Beck, on your wedding anniversary today. Sorry, Becky and Alex are having a conversation on our group chat where I get all the shout-outs about... don't I've doubled up. Never mind. Right, let's say a couple more. Where do we go? I'm trying to find them now. My screen keeps freezing on me. There we go. Right, there we go. Apologies for the clicking. That was actually quite... I didn't realise how much my microphones pick up keyboard noises and microphone mouse clicking, because it was absolutely brilliant a couple of weeks ago where doing the quiz, Zoe was on a break and Amal was in with Richie and Tina, and they were all sort of debating a question, and I've just gone to double check the answer on something, start typing on the keyboard. Tina leapt up. Who's typing? Who's cheating? I was like, whoa, it's me. I'm really sorry. I didn't think you could hear that. So yeah, need to be careful with that. Let's say hello to a few more people. Joshua Harrison, hi Jay. Would love a shout out to the Mead family, who is joined by me, the son Josh, in the flesh this week, socially distanced, of course. And I'm ready to test my music knowledge. Yeah, it's going to be a good test for your music knowledge, I think, tonight. Anna Rose, please give a shout out to Anna, Keith, and Lewis, who play virtually again. Scott and Denise only missed 2 weeks since lockdown. Keep up the good work. Well, thank you very much, guys. And I've done it again. I've shut it down. Oh. If this is the only technical drama I have this evening, I will be a very happy man, I tell you. Right, that one. Please say hi to my lovely mum-in-law, Jen, and Auntie Sue from Wirksworth, who's played since the start and got all the family playing along. Good evening to you guys. What have we got? 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes or 6 minutes Richie time, I think, is what I'm going to rename it. 6-7 minutes Richie time. Yes, I'm not done. Hi, can you give a shout out to Claire, Richard, and Jess from Birmingham, please? From Birmingham, hey, West Midlands. We loved Jay's quizzes and done everyone from the start and helped us not go crazy during lockdown. Appreciate that, and I've shut it down again. Okay. Right, sorry, there was something to do with one of the pictures. That's fine. One of the things I put on the screen. Right, so yeah, a couple of things to go through. I'll say hello to a few more people shortly, but a couple of things to go through. So as the numbers are starting to climb up as always. So good evening, welcome along to Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. Thank you very much for joining us. If you are new around here, welcome. You are very welcome to come and join in the fun. It is a standard pub quiz. That's all it is. It's 50 questions split across different categories. And this evening we have a guest host. Forget Stephen Fry. He was okay. Forget Scarlett Moffat. I nearly forgot who else we had then. Forget Scarlett Moffat. Forget Jonathan Ross. Ladies and gentlemen, in about 6 minutes' time, we'll be introducing you to the new Quizmaster extraordinaire. He's going to take over on a Thursday, and I'm going to play the quiz instead of sitting there asking the questions on a Thursday morning on Zoe Ball's Breakfast Show. We will be introducing you to the wonderful Richie Anderson from BBC Radio 2's Breakfast Show, and also the One Show, which I completely forgot, which pops up. And he's got a radio show on West Midlands BBC, I think it is. He does. He's nodding. That's good. I've got that one right. I remembered from looking earlier. So yeah, very, very talented man. He's going to be with us shortly. Asking some questions for you this evening. So very pleased to have him, delighted to have him on board. He's an ambassador for Samaritans, who are our featured charity, who we have been for this month even. Very, very pleased, delighted. The work that these guys do are absolutely incredible. So thank you so much for all the hard work they've put in, and obviously helping get Richie sorted for being on here tonight. So very much looking forward to that. He will be with us shortly. So the advent calendars, I want to cover that off quickly while I think about it. So a lot of you are asking about the questions and stuff for the advent calendars. Are they aimed for children? So we've covered that. What we've now done is there is now a children's advent calendar as well. So let me do that one there. Let's put that up. Yes, so there is a children's advent calendar. The QR code's there. If you want to scan that, that'll take you straight through to it. And so that will take you straight through to the website. So there is now a children's advent calendar that you can pre-order as well. Very, very much appreciative of the guys at Say It With Chocolate for turning that around, and it's absolutely awesome. So thank you very much to the guys for doing that. Very much appreciate you taking the time to put that together. Some great questions in there as well. So yeah, looking forward to that. Thank you guys for that. Right, let's go back to that one and back to that one. So a few of you, and I've completely forgotten. How can I have completely forgotten about this? Apologies, Michael. You'll be sat there wondering why I've not mentioned you. Don't forget, Quiz Jockey is available if you want to play. See, I didn't even need to mention it. You're all signed in anyway. But if you do want an interactive way to play and you've not got pen and paper to hand, Quiz Jockey is open. The link is down in the description down below. So take yourselves on over to Quiz Jockey. You can play against random people, you can play against people you know. Go and check it out. You've got about 5 minutes to go before that all locks off. So instead of listening to me talking away, you can go and check out Quiz Jockey. It's still the same quiz. You still see us, so you'll still see Richie, you'll still see me, but it's just a interactive way. It's all marked for you, so you don't even need to worry about your pen and paper. It all gets marked round in the behind the scenes. Very fun way to play. So 6 minutes to go. You've got time to go and grab yourselves a drink. You've got time to go and get yourself sorted. Make sure you're already on that note. Actually, I'm going to have a drink as well. That's better. So, but yeah, good evening. If you are new, welcome. This is the craziness that is Jay's virtual pub quiz, and this is what we're like for the beginning. We just make sure everything's working and everything's pointing in the right direction, and make sure that everyone's okay. And yeah, questions will be up on screen. So if you've not played before, you don't need to worry. They're all up on slides on screen, so you'll be able to read those as well as you go. I fixed my microphone this week, so I'm very happy. I'm very pleased after the issues that I've been having over the last few weeks, which is even more impressive in the fact that I've got two microphones plugged in. So one that Richie can hear everything that's going on, and then one for the stream. So yeah, don't know how I've managed to get through that today, but we've got it. Managed to get my microphone. I'm up and running. I'm all working, and everything is good. Life is good. So yeah. I know a couple of you are saying that for some reason you're having a few issues with the quality on your TVs and stuff. I don't know why, unfortunately. I know YouTube's been having a few issues behind the scenes today. When I was in so what I do is I do private streams behind the scenes to make sure everything's working. I know a lot of you won't believe that, but I do a few private streams behind the scenes to make sure the microphone's right and stuff like that. Everything's been fine, but YouTube wouldn't let me on to a couple of streams, so I don't actually think it's me. I do think it is an issue with YouTube tonight, unfortunately, because none of the settings have changed from last week. So I do think unfortunately, it's not me, it's YouTube tonight, I'm afraid. So apologies for that if you are having issues. I don't really know what to suggest, I'm afraid, other than I'll be a bit blurry tonight, which might be a blessing or a curse. It depends on which side of the fence you sit on, really. But yeah, so unfortunately there's not anything I can do to fix that, I'm afraid, because it is as we are. Right, we've got 4 minutes to go. I'm going to say hello to a couple more people that have just jumped through, and then we are going to bring on the incredible, the amazingly talented Richie Anderson. Let's find a couple that did that one. Could you give my lovely family, Chantel, Phil, Chuck, and Nima a shout out? We've been with you playing against each other since the first week, and they'll love me forever hearing their names. Excellent. Good evening to you guys. I hope you're all well. And now you have to love Mitch forever. I'm wondering if my dad could get a shout out tomorrow for his 60th birthday. We've been doing the quiz from the start, and it'd be great if you could give him a shout out. That's Jamie Brown. Good evening to you, Jamie Brown's dad. Happy 60th birthday. 3 minutes, right, and a couple more. Good evening, Emmerdale Smith and the Stevenage Panda team. Hope you guys are away, all playing in Stopford and Stevenage. Good evening to you guys. Hope you're okay. And the final one. Hi, it's mine. Oh no, I did that one. Sorry, I nearly repeated myself. It was going to happen. Shout out to Richard H, who is the best pup dad ever, and that's from Frida Davies. Good evening to you guys. Okay, right. He has been sat patiently listening to me witter on for the last 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So if you listen to BBC Radio Breakfast, he is the man who will keep you moving in the mornings and telling you which motorways don't work, etc., etc. He is the man who has played the quiz and has been absolutely incredible with some of the answers that he has given, and he just enjoys it so much. It's great fun being there. He's got a show on the West Midlands BBC. He's been on the One Show. He's done so many different things for children in need, all the wonderful, incredible challenges that he's performed. But tonight he's here as an ambassador for Samaritans. So ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Let's bring him on screen. Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Mr. Richie Anderson. Good evening, Richie.
Good evening, Jay Flynn. Hello.
Hello. This is great. I've been so giddy. I've been like a kid at Christmas for this.
Do you know, I'm excited, but now I'm here because it's such a big deal. I feel a bit. This is the most nervous I've felt since I queued for a meet and greet with Lightning from the Gladiators in 1995. I've got a sweat on because this is a big deal. I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let everyone down. So I'm excited, but I'm a bit nervous.
Well, if I told you there's only 3 people watching, would that make it a bit easier? There might be a few zeros on the end of that, but there is. Yeah, we'll go with there's only 3 people watching. No, thank you very much for coming and joining us here on a Thursday night. It's an absolute honour to have you. So thank you so much for being with us. It's great, and I'm really I've read your questions. I'm looking forward to seeing how the guys find them.
I'm just glad that I don't have, because I'm so bad at quizzes. You know what I'm like on a Thursday morning. I'm the type in a quiz, though, when you get into teams and somebody asks the question, I'm the one who shouts, "It's Emmerdale," and then everyone's like, "Shh." So it's a good job that I'm that nightmare at a pub quiz. You know, the one who the person has to go on the mic, "Excuse me, we've told you 4 times. If you do it again, you're out." So it's a good job I'm not playing.
See, when I was hosting proper pub quizzes, I used to like people who do that, because 9 times out of 10 I'd sit there and go, well, that was the wrong answer, but if you want to put it down, go for it. And I just use that. I just used to love people like that. It's great.
It's all right, but if the person on your team gives out the right answer, then everybody, because I get really competitive as well. So it's better when somebody shouts out the right answer, then everyone's like, oh, and starts writing it down. I'm like, shut up, Mum. So,
and obviously you're here in support of the Incredible Samaritans. You're going to introduce one of their films in the break. You've been doing quite a bit of work for them recently, haven't you?
yeah, I just think they're so incredible, and I think your quiz is amazing anyway. And the best thing is that you raise so much money for so many charities. I know they're all amazing, all the charities that you work, but the Samaritans for me, particularly this year with everything that's going on, are so important. They work 365 days, day and night. They're so important. And at the moment, it's okay and normal to not be able to cope. And it's important that for people who feel like that there's somewhere for them to go. And that's where the Samaritans come in. So anything I can ever do to raise the profile and shout the good work of the Samaritans from the rooftops, I'll always do it, Jay.
No, and I'm sure they are absolutely grateful for your continued support. So, yeah, thank you very much for being here and helping raise that profile even more. It's an absolute honour to have you here. Thank you very much. I won't tell you how many people it's jumped up to, but are you ready? Our countdown is at 0. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I think everyone behind is ready. If you are sat there ready and waiting to go, Richie, before I do it, Richie's Twitter handle at Richie_Anderson is there. Go and send him some love along with our hashtag. Let us know what you think. Well, be nice about his questions. Send him loads and loads of love on Twitter. Right. I'm going to change that. This is where it gets a bit technical, and this is where we see if it works. So we do that, change that, do that. My camera's off, you're on screen, my microphone is on, but I'm going to turn my microphone off now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to leave you in the capable hands for round 1, all about girl bands from the incredible Richie Anderson. It's all yours.
Okay, so I love girl bands. I'm a girl band connoisseur. I mean, I couldn't tell you my mum's address and postcode, but I could tell you track number 7 off the last Saturday's album. I love my girl bands. And sitting next to me is this, my signed Spice Girls film. Signed by all of them except Posh Spice, because she's got a restraining order against me. So once that's gone, I'll get her to sign it. So this round, 10 questions, all about girl bands. Shall we do it? Let's do it. So question number 1, it's all about girl bands. I just showed you the Spice Girls. So what were the Spice Girls originally called? Question number 1, what were the Spice Girls originally called? There was a name before the Spice Girls. What was it, please? I can hear you all thinking out there. All I really want is a zig a zig. What were the Spice Girls originally called? How much time do we leave in between each question? Because you know what, I'm one of them. I need a lot of time. Should we go on to question 2, or do you need a bit longer? I'm going to move it on. What were the Spice Girls originally called? Question number 2. Name the 3 girls. Sorry, no, I did that wrong. Let me do that. Question number 2 was, here we go. Keisha, Mucha, and Siobhan were the original lineup for which girl band? Question number 2. Keisha, Mucha, and Siobhan were the original lineup for which girl band? They were all teenagers when they started. They did very well. One of them got booted out soon afterwards, so they weren't that original lineup for very long. Keisha, Mucha, and Siobhan were the original lineup of which girl band? Ooh, Keisha, Mucha, Siobhan. Oh, what band was Mucha in? Question number 3. Which 1989 Bangles number 1 did Atomic Kitten cover in 2001? Question number 3. Which 1989 Bangles number 1 did Atomic Kitten cover in 2001? Atomic Kitten, many people say the greatest band ever for Liverpool. Those people are me and the Atomic Kittens immediate family. Do you know what? I'll give you a little story while you're thinking about that. I went to the Cavern Club in Liverpool. I don't know if you've ever been, but you walk down the stairs and they've got all the pictures of all the greats in Liverpool, like Beatles, Cilla Black. Atomic Kitten went on the wall. I wrote an angry email to the manager. Let me tell you, I love Atomic Kitten. Which 1989 Bangles #1 did Atomic Kitten cover in 2001? We're moving on to question number 4, ladies and gentlemen. Girls Aloud were formed in 2002 on the ITV talent reality show Pop Stars The Rivals. But which television presenter hosted the show? Girls Aloud were formed in 2002 on the ITV talent reality show Pop Stars The Rivals. But which television presenter hosted the show? So they would have been responsible for doing things like, here's your best bits. Next up is judges. What did you think? Who was the person who did that, please? Girls Aloud formed in 2002. Which on the ITV talent reality show Pop Stars The Rivals, but which television presenter hosted Pop Stars The Rivals? Question number 5. It's a numbers question. How many members made up the original lineup of Destiny's Child? How many members made up the original lineup of Destiny's Child? Oh, of course, somebody very famous is in that band. But how many members made up the original, that's key word, the original lineup of Destiny's Child? It's a numbers question. How many people were in that band, please? Question number 6. How many UK #1 singles did Bananarama achieve? Question number 6. How many UK #1 singles, we want #1s only, #1 singles did Bananarama achieve? I love Bananarama, fabulous. But how many #1s did they have here in the UK? Let me know, please. Question number 7. Louise Redknapp, also known as the British Mariah Carey, was originally a member of which girl band? Louise Redknapp was originally a member of which girl band? That's question number 7. And if you are on Twitter, you would have seen Louise Redknapp tweeted about the quiz tonight. She's a fan of this quiz. I mean, who isn't? Who isn't? Question number 7. Louise Redknapp was originally a member of which girl band? She was in a girl band, but which one? Of course, we know her as a soloist now. And her album this year, Heavy Love, what an album. Love Louise. Question number 8. In 1998, All Saints went to #1 with which Red Hot Chili Peppers cover? Question number 8. In 1998, All Saints went to #1 with which Red Hot Chili Peppers cover? So there you go, one for the rockers. All Saints #1 with which Red Hot Chili Peppers cover? Oh, I love the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I love All Saints more. I love All Saints, they're fabulous. Went to #1 in 1998, but which Red Hot Chili Peppers cover was it, please? Oh, we're nearly through this girl bands round. We're nearly there. Just brace yourself. Assume the brace position. Only 2 more questions to go. Question number 9. Sheila Ferguson was a member of which girl band? Question number 9. Sheila Ferguson was a member of which girl band? She was on that telly program, weren't she? Was it the Real Marigold Hotel? But which girl band was she in, please? Sheila Ferguson, what was she in? See, I've gone for girl bands from all the eras. You know what I mean? I'm not predictable. If you thought this was just going to be Spice Girls and Saturday's questions, you're wrong. Sheila Ferguson was a member of which girl band, please? Question number 9. Now on to question number 10. Back to Typecast, the Saturday's question. What was the name of the Saturday's only UK #1 single? This is multiple choice. What was the name of the Saturday's only UK #1 single? Was it A, What About Us? Was it B, Just Can't Get Enough? Or was it C, Issues? Question number 10. What was the name of the Saturday's only UK #1 single? Now, I'm going to perform a little bit of each song for you. I know nobody wants it. Well, I know lots of people watch this. One of it could be a record producer and I could get a deal. I'm still young enough to be in a boy band. So was it A, What About Us? What about us? What you doing to my head? No, no, no. Oh, the viewers are dropping, aren't they? Question, or was it B? Just can't get enough. When I'm with you, baby, I go out of my head. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Or was it C? Me and my heart, we got issues. A, what about us? B, just can't get enough. Or C, issues. And just before you all switch off at my singing, hopefully Jay's going to come back and save the day very soon.
I'm back.
Was that okay?
That was brilliant. Those questions are absolutely awesome. Thank you very much,
I was
Richie.
unsure about the gap to leave in between each one. Was that all right for everyone?
No, it's absolutely fine. Just to remind everyone that if they were too quick for you, the questions are up on. They'll go up on our social media platforms in the break. So if they need to catch up with anyone or anything, then they can grab those questions. They'll be up on screen in the break. But no, for me, it was good.
Thank you.
We shall see you again. I need to do that. That's why I need to do that and that. And I'm going to put me there. And we shall see you again shortly, Richie.
See you soon. Thank you for having me on.
See you in a bit. Thank you very much, Richie. Right, so... Oh, hang on. I need to click now. There we go. Right, so we'll move on to round 2, your picture round, and then another round, and then we'll take a short break. So round 2 is pictures. Number 1 for you then. What is this device? So what is this device? It's an old one, but what is this? Number 2, who is this? So name this person's husband. So there's a lovely lady there on screen, but who is her husband? Number 3, I forgot to put this one in. I thought I'd taken it out. But what is this zoomed in on? So it's a zoomed in picture of something, but what is it? Number 4, who is this man? Pictured here filming this week. Who is this man? Number 5, name the chocolate. I have left a clue on there because I didn't want any debates because obviously I picked the picture, but name the chocolate from that picture. Number 6. Now, this is a This is a county from the UK. Name the county from that county flag there. So name the county from that flag. Number 7, name the TV show from this still. Still funniest TV moment I think I've ever seen. But name the TV show from this still picture. Number 8, name the country that the red arrow is pointing to. Tried to leave you a few clues as to whereabouts it is in the world, but name the country there that the red arrow is pointing to. Number 9, name the game show from that person. That picture there, name the game show. And finally, number 10, which broadcaster's former home is pictured in this aerial shot? To clarify, the main broadcaster who, yeah. So which broadcaster's former home is that? Okay, final round then before we take a break. Remember, if these are a bit too quick or you want to go back through any of them, they'll be up on our social media in the break. So round 3, you've got 3 choices. You have 70s, 80s or 90s. Okay, so 70s, 80s or 90s are your options on each of these. So I'm going to give you an event, and all you need to do is decide, was it the 70s, the 80s or the 90s? So a bit of history for you. Let's start with number 1. So the Bank of England's £1 note ceased to be legal tender. Was it the 70s, 80s or 90s? So the Bank of England £1 note ceased to be legal tender. Is it the 70s, 80s or 90s? Number 2, Tony Blair became leader of the Labour Party. Was that the 70s, the 80s or the 90s? So Tony Blair becomes leader of the Labour Party. The 70s, the 80s or the 90s? Number 3, the first national lottery draw took place. Again, 70s, 80s or 90s? So the first national lottery draw took place. Was it the 70s, the 80s or the 90s? Number 4, the first hypermarket, Saver Centre, opened in Washington, Tyne and Weir. It's when we were trying to compete with those ones that started cropping up in Calais. So the first hypermarket, Saver Centre, opened in Washington, Tyne and Weir. Was it the 70s, the 80s or the 90s? Number 5, Queen Elizabeth II described the year as Annus Horribilis. Again, 70s, 80s or 90s? So Queen Elizabeth II described the year as Annus Horribilis. 70s, 80s or 90s? Number 6, the Falklands War ended. Again, 70s, 80s or 90s? So the Falklands War ended, 70s, 80s or 90s? Number 7, the Daily Mail newspaper switched from being a broadsheet to a tabloid newspaper. 70s, 80s or 90s? So the Daily Mail newspaper switched from being a broadsheet to a tabloid newspaper. Number 8, the current size of the 10p piece was introduced. Again, 70s, 80s or 90s? So the current size of the 10p piece was introduced. Was it the 70s, 80s or 90s? 2 to go. Number 9, the Live Aid concert was held. Was it the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s? So the big Live Aid concert around the world. When was it? Which decade was it? The 70s, the 80s, or the 90s? And finally, number 10, Sir Tim Berners-Lee introduces World Wide Web. Was that 70s, 80s, or 90s? That was the first ever website. So was it, when did Sir Tim Berners-Lee introduce that? The World Wide Web? Was it the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s? Okay, so that was a weird cut. Never mind. We're going to take a short break now, as we always do. So all those questions will be up on our social media. So Becky's already put them up on social media. While we're there, let us know how you think you're getting on. Let us know how you think you're doing. Let us know what you thought of Richie's questions so far and how you think you're doing. Have you beaten me? That's a good challenge, actually, because I got 4 and I did them legitimately. So have you beaten me? That's the one to let us know. So let us know while you're over there how you're getting on and what you're doing and etc. I'm going to bring him back on. So the wonderful Richie Anderson, let's bring him back. So I'm going to let him introduce the Samaritans film. So hi again, Richie. Welcome back.
Hello, Jay.
How are we?
Oh, good. They were quite tough, your questions. Well, I was trying to play along. It's a good job I'm not playing the quiz because I think I'll be coming last.
Well, when you're back
as usual.
Well, when you're back in the morning, tell Tina you got all of them right, and that'll. So tell her.
Well, I'm hoping you can reuse these next Thursday. Now I know the answers later on, then I can beat Tina. She'll still probably beat me, but
that's a great idea. Well, we'll try and get a tiebreaker question that you know all about. Right. So you're going to. Let me get. Hang on. Let me do that. That's it. It's primed and ready. So you're going to introduce the Samaritans film. So I'm going to let you take away and introduce the Samaritans.
Yeah, thanks, Jay. So the Samaritans are a charity who are there day and night, 365 days a year for anybody who's struggling to cope or anybody who isn't feeling okay. And I was reading this a bit earlier on. I hope you don't mind me just giving out this stat. Well, before coronavirus hit, their 20,000 volunteers were answering a call for help every 6 seconds. And I always think with things like that, what would happen to those people if there was nobody for them to reach out to? Because the people on the other end of those phones are absolute lifesavers. And I just kind of think if, at the moment with everything that's going on, charities are really struggling. And I just think if the Samaritans weren't there, then there isn't that solace, there isn't that help for people to go to when they're not feeling their best. Now, every £5 that's raised tonight can help start a potentially life-saving conversation. And that's what these are, life-saving conversations. And here's a short film to show the amazing work that the Samaritans do.
I just knew that they support people no matter what. I think that's all I really knew about Samaritans.
I think we should all be Samaritans.
I've always brought the children up to know that they're okay, so mum's going out to take care of people that need a little bit of help. Anyone can call with anything. You're never ever judged.
I raised money for the Belfast branch. They said, we're always looking for volunteers here, so that was that. They don't give advice, they don't tell you what to do. For me, that's one of the biggest reasons that Samaritans works.
Sometimes people can go weeks without speaking to someone. We're sociable creatures, we're not meant to be alone. I'd tried to take my own life a couple of times previous. I rang the Samaritans, I felt safe pretty much instantly. I felt that trust. I was glad at the time when I had someone to talk to.
Not everyone sleeps at night. It can be a really lonely time. So where do people go? What do people do? Who do people talk to? I think it's important that they're there 24/7.
At night is when your mind can take you to places that you didn't need to go.
Through my own struggles, I kind of appreciated the value of talking. It's all about that connection. People need people. What drives us is our emotions and feelings.
The second that you put the phone down, another call comes in. It's really a privilege to be able to be part of this network.
It is powerful, there's no two ways about it.
The donations that people give are incredibly important to keep the centres running.
We do a lot of outreach, whether that's going to schools or prisons. It's everyday people talking to everyday people, I suppose.
Hello, welcome back. So I'll give you another minute for your answers and stuff. If you're over on Quiz Jockey, remember to make sure you lock in your answers, etc. I know there are some issues with YouTube and the quality of the stream tonight. It's not. I've just looked through over the settings. All the settings are exactly the same as last time. Alex has found a workaround and a fix. There is a little cog icon. It's around about here. Oh, I don't know why my clock's still on the screen. That doesn't help. So there's a little clog icon. Oh. Thank you. Someone just messaged me and said, Jay, your music is still on. Let's try that again. There we go. Right. Look at that layer. Go to that one. Go to that one. Go to that one. There we go. Music's off. Apologies, guys. Right. So, yeah. So there's a little cog icon. It's down around about here. It's not anything we can control tonight. So for some reason, YouTube is defaulting to 360, which is the lowest quality stream. Alex has found a workaround. He's put it up on Twitter. So if you click on that, and then you can select the 720p, and it will make everything a lot more clearer for you. I don't know why it's not. All the settings are exactly the same as normal. They're all, you know, everything we've got on screen, etc., is all exactly the same. So I don't know why it's decided to play around tonight, but if you do that, that should work around. So I'll give you another 30 seconds if you want to click that, refresh your streams and stuff, and we'll get you back on. So I don't know why. Odd. But yeah, all my settings are fine. On our end, what we send through, so I don't know what's I know there were some issues with YouTube, like I say, when I was trying to do some stuff earlier on. So yeah, we're going to go through the answers shortly. We'll bring Richie back for his answers. Thank you I've got to say a massive thank you to him for giving up his evening. He's probably normally in bed by this point. You know, he's up early in the morning to, you know, start looking at the roads for everyone and making sure that we're keeping everyone going. So I really do appreciate him giving up his time to come and entertain us this evening, and also go through and hear in support of Samaritans. So let me set the shot up, because I need to do that one. I need to put that one on, so that puts you on screen. I need to hide me. So you don't get this with the BBC, all this, you know, I'm going to do this, hide this and change this and stuff like that and talking about. Right, let's go through the answers then. I'm going to click this button and put Richie back on screen. Let's put him back on screen. There he is. I'm still on.
Hello.
He's back. Hello.
Hi.
Right, let me just get
You're right. This is the latest I've been up in months. It's like a night out for me, this. I've got my fancy shirt on.
I know, you've dressed up for the occasion. I like it. Right, I will leave this with you, Richie. It is all for you to go through the answers whenever you are ready.
Right then, my girl bands round. Let's see how you all did. Question number 1 was, what were the Spice Girls originally called? The answer, Touch. They were originally called Touch. They changed their name in the September of 1995 after switching management, and they had a girl in the band who was called Michelle, and she left when they changed management and changed names to go and be a nurse, and they replaced her with Emma Bunton. And the one thing I want to know is, where is Michelle now? Does anyone know where Michelle is? I want to find Michelle the nurse. So question number 1, the answer is Touch. Question number 2, Keisha, Mucha, Siobhan were the original lineup of which band? The Sugar Babes. The Sugar Babes. Love the Sugar Babes. The final lineup included none of the original 3. The final lineup was Jade, Amel, and Heidi. So the answer to question number 2 is Sugar Babes. Question number 3. Which 1989 Bangles #1 did Atomic Kitten cover in 2001? The answer is This Burning an Eternal Flame. Eternal Flame. The answer to question number 3 is Eternal Flame. Remember that? Atomic Kitten. They also had a #1 with that. So the Bangles had a #1 with it in 1989. And then Atomic Kitten had a #1 with it in 2002. Eternal Flame. Question number 4. So Girls Aloud were formed in 2002 on the ITV talent reality show Pop Stars The Rivals. But which television presenter hosted the show? It was a very gorgeous Davina McCall. Davina McCall hosted Pop Stars The Rivals. It was a couple of years after she started doing Big Brother, because Big Brother started in 2000, I want to say. Yeah, it was 2000 Big Brother started. So she really popped as Big Brother popped, and then they poached her for this big Saturday night entertainment show on ITV, and it gave us Girls Aloud. So the answer to number 4 was Davina McCall. Question number 5. How many members made up the original lineup of Destiny's Child? So we know Destiny's Child is a 3, which was Beyonce, Kelly, and Michelle, but the original lineup consisted of 4 members. So it was Beyonce, Kelly, Latoya, and Latavia. Lataya, easy for me to say. Lataya and Latavia left, and they were replaced with Farrah and Michelle. Then Farrah left, and we were left with Kelly, Beyonce, and Michelle. So the answer could be, give you the science to Destiny's Child. So the question to number 5, how many members made up the original lineup of Destiny's Child? It was 4. 4 of them. Question number 6. How many UK #1 singles did Banana Armour achieve? Now, this was a naughty one, because the answer is none. Banana Armour were incredible. Didn't have a single UK #1 single. So the question to number 6, I'll feel bad because that's a bit of a trick one. So I imagine you're all shouting at your screens now. I apologise. So the answer to question number 6 was zilch, 0. Question number 7, Louise Redknapp was originally a member of which girl band? I think that's an easy one. Eternal. Eternal. And again, that's another girl band you think of as a 3. I do anyway, because obviously they were a 4. And then Louise left. But after Louise left, the 3 girls had the #1 with I Want to Be the Only One. They won the MOBO Award. They released Power of a Woman. But originally, Louise Redknapp was in Eternal. So the answer to number 7 is Eternal. Question number 8. In 1998, All Saints went to number 1 with which Red Hot Chili Peppers cover? The answer, Under the Bridge. I don't ever wanna feel. And All Saints did a really good cover of that, actually. If you do anything after the quiz tonight, listen to All Saints' cover of Under the Bridge. So the answer to number 8 was Under the Bridge. Question number 9. Sheila Ferguson was a member of which girl band? The answer, The 3 Degrees. The 3 Degrees. So question number 9, the answer is The 3 Degrees. And my final question, number 10, what was the name of the Saturday's only UK #1 single? There were 3 options. A, What About Us? B, Just Can't Get Enough? C, Issues. The name of the Saturday's only UK #1 single was... Pausing for tension. A, What About Us? So there you go. They are the answer to my girl band round. They weren't too... Were they okay, Jay? They weren't too hard, were they?
Well, like I say, I got 4. So, yeah, the wife and housemate got 6. So they beat my score on that. But no, absolutely, I love those questions. They're questions I would never have gone with. So I like, something a bit different. So absolutely brilliant. But more importantly, thank you very much for giving up your time. Very, very much appreciate it, Richie. You need to get sleep.
Yeah, and just want to say thank you for having me. And Jay, what you've done this year is absolutely incredible. Like I mentioned, it's been a weird couple of months and you've kept so many people entertained and just put a smile on everybody's face. And you're an absolute legend. And we love you so much at Radio 2. I think the absolute world of you. And being on here tonight is one of my highlights of 2020. So thank you for having me on. And I was really nervous at the start. Now I just want to stay on all night, but I'm not going to stay on a while. Like you said, I've got to get to bed.
No, well, honestly, thank you. I love being part of the Thursday morning. So thank you so much. And thank you for coming along. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Good night, everyone.
Cheers, Richie. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, let's go through. So we're moving on to round 2. Thank you again to Richie. So round 2 was a picture round. Oh, Jay, it helps if you click the button. There we go. Number 1. What was this device? It was a BlackBerry. One of those old devices. I'm trying to think. I was trying to think the other day if I had one. I don't think I did. Number 2. Name this person's husband. It was Nelson Mandela. That's obviously Winnie Mandela. The lovely Winnie Mandela there. Oh, I've gone and taken my thing off the screen. Come on, Jay. There we go. Number 3. What is this zoomed in on? It's my nemesis. It is a microphone. Of course it is. Microphone. Number 4. Who is this? That's Robert Pattinson, the new Batman. He was pictured here filming in Liverpool this week. Number 5. Name the chocolate. It's M&M's. Left a couple of clues there. I don't know whether my mouse will go on screen, but... Oh, it does. Yeah, so I left a clue there, and I didn't realise I'd left that one in as well, but never mind. Just in case people might have thought they were Smarties. Number 6, name the county. That is Lancashire. Number 7, name the TV show. It is Only Fools and Horses. Del Boys are just down there on the floor. Love that scene. Absolutely brilliant. Number 8, name the country. That is Sri Lanka there, just off the coast of India. Number 9, name the game show. The Cube. You'll have to correct me on Twitter. Is that person called The Body? I think is the name of the character. Like the Stig in Top Gear. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong on Twitter, if I'm wrong. And number 10, which broadcaster's former home? That is, of course, the British Broadcasting Corporation or the BBC. Round 3, your 70s, 80s or 90s round then. So number 1, the Bank of England pound note ceased to be legal tender in the 80s. Number 2, Tony Blair became leader of the Labour? Start again, Jay. Tony Blair becomes leader of the Labour Party in the 90s. Number 3, the first national lottery draw took place in the 90s, 1994. Number 4, the first hypermarket, Saver Centre, opened in Washington, Tyne Wear in the 70s. I think there were 11 in total. It was a joint venture between Sainsbury's and British Home Stores. As I said before, they were trying to compete against the ones that were popping up in France. Number 5, Queen Elizabeth II described the year as Annus Horribilis. That was in the 90s. Number 6, the Falklands War ended. Of course, it was the 80s. Number 7, the Daily Mail newspaper switched from being a broadsheet to a tabloid newspaper. That was the 70s. Number 8, the current size of the 10-pence piece was introduced in the 90s. Number 9, the Live Aid concert is held. Again, that was the 80s. And finally, number 10, Sir Tim Berners-Lee introduces the World Wide Web. It was in the 90s. Okay, so let's get set up for the second part of the quiz. What do we want to do? Round 4 is what we need. There we go. Yeah, so we've got a connections round to come. I know you love your connections rounds. My friend Stacey and partner Neil will be sat there. Neil normally gets it on the first question through sheer luck. So connections round to come, and then general knowledge to finish off. So I'll give you a minute just to hand your sheets back or whatever you're doing. Make sure you've got all your scores totted up. Let us know how you think you're getting on, as usual. Hashtag is on screen. Hashtag Jay's virtual pub quiz. So, yeah, 2 rounds to come. Connections round and general knowledge. I didn't realise how much you guys actually enjoyed the connections rounds. I really didn't. So, yeah, I'll keep trying to find random questions. It's quite difficult to find 10 things that link together. I think I've gone through most of the categories, but... Okay. Right, so we'll go through them then in 20 seconds, just to give Michael the heads up over there on Quiz Jockey with all you guys who are playing on there, so he's ready to go. I'm in the wrong place. That one. Okay, so 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, so round 4 then, your connections round. 9 questions. Question number 10, what links all of the answers together? It's a little bit trickier, this one. Let's see how we go. Number 1. So, Pentonville, Wormwood Scrubs and Belmarsh are all types of what? So just remember with the connections round, there might be 2 answers on this, but if it doesn't fit with the rest of the answers, it will be marked as wrong, especially if you, yeah, okay. So Pentonville, Wormwood Scrubs and Belmarsh are all types of what? Number 2, what word describes a strong feeling of friendship, love, or shared beliefs and experiences? So what word describes a strong feeling of friendship, love, or shared beliefs and experiences? Ooh, too far. No, we'll move on to it. So, number 3. What is the name of the unitary authority that borders Scotland on the northeast of England? So what is the name of the unitary authority that borders Scotland on the northeast of England? Train. Number 4, roulette, craps and slots are described in casinos as games of what? So roulette, craps and slots are described in casinos as games of what? Number 5, an individual hair is known by what name? So I'm just clarifying something. An individual name is known by what hair? Number 6. What word can come after the following to make the names of London Underground stations? Green, Wimbledon, and Finsbury. So what word can come after the following to make the names of London Underground stations? Green, Wimbledon, and Finsbury. Number 7. What is the name of the cloth spread over a coffin, hearse, or tomb? So what is the name of the cloth spread over a coffin, hearse, or tomb? Number 8. What is the front surface of a person or animal's body between the neck and the stomach? So what is the front surface of a person or animal's body between the neck and the stomach? Number 9. What word describes a group of ships sailing together? So what word describes a group of ships sailing together? So number 10. What links them all together? So what links those 9 answers all together? And so then, Jebral Knowledge, 10 Jebral Knowledge questions to finish us off then this evening. There we go. Okay, number 1. The 16th of September 1992 saw the British government forced to withdraw the pound sterling from the European exchange rate mechanism. Became known as Black what? So the 16th of September 1992 saw the British government forced to withdraw the pound sterling from the European exchange rate mechanism. Became known as Black what? Number 2. Which pub chain opened its doors for the first time in Muswell Hill, North London in 1979? They're still going today. So which pub chain opened its doors for the first time in Muswell Hill, North London in 1979? Number 3. In vitro fertilization is better known by which acronym? So in vitro fertilization is better known by which acronym? Number 4. A, B, and O are 3 of the 4 main blood group types. So name the 4th. So A, B, and O are 3 of the 4 main blood group types. Excuse me, name the 4th. Number 5. What 3 numbers link a type of Porsche and an emergency number in the USA and Philippines? So what 3 numbers link a type of Porsche and an emergency number in the USA and Philippines? Number 6. In which city was Peaky Blinders set? So in which city was Peaky Blinders set? Number 7. Jeff Bezos founded which internet company? So Jeff Bezos founded which internet company? Number 8. What is the capital of South Korea? So what is the capital of South Korea? Number 9. Alderney is home to the only working what in all of the Channel Islands? So Alderney is home to the only working what in all of the Channel Islands? And finally, number 10. Who hosted the UK version of The Masked Singer? So who hosted the UK version of The Masked Singer? Okay, so they're up on Twitter and Instagram if you want to go back through any of those, if you missed any or if you want clarification or wording, etc. So I just want to clarify a point, and I did it deliberately, and there is a reason I did it deliberately. The Tim Berners-Lee question. When I read the question out, I did say that it's not a typo, it's not a mistake, I've put it together like that for a reason. So the word was introduced. So it was invented in 1989. But it was introduced to the world outside of CERN, that World Wide Web, that whole word. It was introduced in 1991. So yes, it was invented, but the question was asking when it was introduced. So I'm not changing it, unfortunately. I'm not going to say, yeah, it's fine, you can have a point for 80s. 90s is the answer. So that was when it was introduced. Okay, so Alex and Becky were just letting me know. A few people were just questioning it on Twitter and just wanted clarification. So that is why it was worded in the way it was. Right, I'm going to take just a couple of minutes short break just so you can put your answers together or scoot on over to social media and let us know how you're getting on or have a look at any of those questions. And I will be back with you if I do the right thing. Do that. And yep, I'll be back with you in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. See you shortly. Okay, don't worry, I'm not going to go straight into the answers. Don't worry, I'll give you another minute or so to put your answers together. There we go. Yeah, I do need to. I've lost it off my screen because I was just looking at the Just Giving page to see how we were getting on. I do need to mention, so obviously I mentioned about the advent calendars earlier. The links and everything are all in the description. I'm not going to put the QR codes back up in case YouTube's still a bit blurry and it takes you somewhere else that it shouldn't do. But so the link is in the description for Say It With Chocolate. But the design work for all of the advent calendars were done by the very, very incredible and talented Leo Wright Studios. So thank you very much to the guys there for putting that together, and Leo Wright. They are brilliant. The cartoons and drawings are absolutely awesome. So I did say I'd give them a mention tonight, so thank you very much for those. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. We love them. They're great. Right, so about 30 seconds, and we will go through the answers. So we've got the answers to the last 2 rounds, and then we will. I've got your tiebreaker, and then that's it for another Thursday night. It's incredible. Flying through. If you missed it at the beginning as well, we are going for the longest live streamed quiz ever. So in the middle of November, keep an eye on social for that. We're going for another world record to sit there, put another one alongside it. So we're going for another world record. Really looking forward to that. It's basically one quiz, 48 hours, 49 hours. So it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Really looking forward to that. Right. Let me get myself set up so I'm on the answers. Round 4. There we go. So we've got connections around general knowledge, answers, tiebreaker, and then we're done. Okay, right. Let's get this up on the screen. Okay. Let's get my cursor off the screen as well. There we go. Right. So your connections around answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Click on there. There we go. So number 1, Pentonville, Wormwood Scrubs, and Belmarsh are all types of what? Jails. You'll see why when we give you the link. So the answer is jails. As I said, if it doesn't fit with the link, it is wrong. Number 2, what word describes a strong feeling of friendship, love, or shared beliefs and experiences? It is bond. Number 3, what is the name of the unitary authority that borders Scotland on the northeast of England? It's Northumberland. Number 4, roulette, craps and slots are described in casinos as games of what? They're described as games of chance. Number 5, an individual hair is known by what name? It's strand. Number 6, what word can come after the following to make the names of London Underground stations? Green, Wimbledon, and Finsbury. It is Park. Number 7, what is the name of the cloth spread over a coffin, hearse, or tomb? I actually didn't know this. I was searching the word and trying to find sort of different variations, and it's pall, which obviously is where the name from pallbearers come. Number 8, what is the front surface of a person or animal's body between the neck and stomach? It is chest. Number 9, what word describes a group of ships sailing together? It's fleet. And finally, number 10, what links them all together? Monopoly. So you had Fleet Street, Community Chest, Pall Mall, Park Lane, Strand, Chance, Northumberland Avenue, Bond Street, and jails, which is why I wouldn't accept prisons, because, yeah. Right, where are we? There we go, general knowledge. Number 1, the 16th of September 1992 saw the British government forced to withdraw the pound sterling from the European exchange rate mechanism. Became known as Black what? It was Black Wednesday. Number 2, which pub chain opened its doors for the first time in Muswell Hill, North London in 1979? It's Wetherspoons. Number 3, in vitro fertilization is better known by which acronym? It's IVF. Number 4, A, B and O are 3 of the 4 main blood group types. Name the 4th, it's AB. Number 5, what 3 numbers link a type of Porsche and an emergency number in the USA and Philippines? It's 911 or 911. Number 6, in which city was Peaky Blinders set? It was Birmingham. Number 7, Jeff Bezos founded which internet company? It's Amazon. Number 8, what is the capital of South Korea? It is Seoul. Number 9, Alderney is home to the only working what in all of the Channel Islands? It is railway. So all the Channel Islands, only Alderney is the only place you'll find a working railway. And finally, number 10, who hosted the UK version of The Masked Singer? It was, of course, Joel Dommett. Okay, I'll leave that on screen, but I'll give you 30 seconds and then I'll put up your tiebreaker question for this evening. Dun, 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 dun. So yeah, we've got lots of things coming up. We're planning and planning and planning between the 3 of us, between Alex, Becky and myself. So yeah, we've got we've got Halloween coming, we've got the longest quiz, we've got Christmas Eve, we're going to be live Boxing Day, we've sorted out what we're doing for Christmas Day, and 2 live quizzes on New Year's Eve. So there's lots of things coming up, lots of stuff to keep you entertained, plus the return of some specialist quizzes coming up over the next few weeks as well, around certain areas and certain themes as well. So lots to enjoy, lots to come through. Okay, your tiebreaker question then is, in minutes, how long did Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin spend on the lunar surface? Now, I'm not talking about them walking around. I'm talking about from them landing on the lunar surface to then taking off. So in minutes, how long did Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin spend on the lunar surface? So we'll give you our answer in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1,296 minutes. They were on the lunar surface for 21 hours and 36 minutes from landing and then taking off. So yeah, 1,296 minutes. How long they spent for the first people landing on the moon. There we go. So that's it. That is your quiz for this Thursday night. Thank you very much for joining us as always. Back live on Saturday night as always, usual time, just myself and the usual fun that you find on a Saturday with all the bits and pieces in between the rounds and the usual fun and games. So join us if you can. And that's it. That's it from me really. Not a lot to say other than thank you very much obviously to Richie for coming along and bringing us that round. Absolutely brilliant. So appreciate him giving up his time for that. And again, massive thank you to Samaritans for putting everything together and helping get Richie all arranged. So thank you very much to them. If you can support them, as always, the link and everything is in the description. With all of our links, everything is there. And that's it. So thank you very much for playing. Thank you very, very much. How have you got on tonight? Let us know as always over on social media. # Jay's Virtual Pub Quiz. Let us know. And I will see you all again on Saturday. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. And as always, I've not done it right. Let's clear that one off. There we go. Take care and stay safe.